Amoo the podcast. We put kufr and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put kufr and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast.
Peep this, your grave, you may be near it. Life's short, yeah, that part, so take it serious. Think twice, that afterlife should have you curious. Each week, that week's speech should have you furious. The same, all hail King such and such. You say hell, I say hell, get off is much to be desired. Khutbah should be fire, let's rouse the believers. Situations dire.
Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put kufr and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put fitna and dhul on blast. Amoo the podcast.
You claim Salafiyya, we follow the Salaf in understanding, but without the branding. Allah named us Muslim, with that we stay content. No division is titles, ego's a false idol. A mustard seed of kibba can land you in the fire. Plus that his beer is fueled by desires. Question, aren't y'all tired of divide and slaughter? May Allah grant us guidance. Shout out to the martyrs.
Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put kufr and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put fitna and dhul on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put kufr and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put kufr and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast.
Peep this, your grave, you may be near it. Life's short, yeah, that part, so take it serious. Think twice, that afterlife should have you curious. Each week, that week's speech should have you furious. The same, all hail King such and such. You say hell, I say hell, get off is much to be desired. Khutbah should be fire, let's rouse the believers. Situations dire.
Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put kufr and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put fitna and dhul on blast. Amoo the podcast.
You claim Salafiyya, we follow the Salaf in understanding, but without the branding. Allah named us Muslim, with that we stay content. No division is titles, ego's a false idol. A mustard seed of kibba can land you in the fire. Plus that his beer is fueled by desires. Question, aren't y'all tired of divide and slaughter? May Allah grant us guidance. Shout out to the martyrs.
Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put kufr and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put fitna and dhul on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put kufr and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put kufr and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast.
Peep this, your grave, you may be near it. Life's short, yeah, that part, so take it serious. Think twice, that after Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to Amoo the podcast, where we seek to cure the kufr infected by injecting the Islamic perspective. I am your host, Amoo and leaving us is Amoo Amir.
And returning.
After 3 days.
So
3 days and 3 nights, just as Jonah was in the belly of the whale.
Oh, man.
So again, with us is Amoo Amir and
Is that Islamic?
Mashallah returning.
That's what I was thinking. Was it Islam?
Of course, of course.
Okay.
He was. They call it the big
Verse.
fish, but
Yeah,
you know he was it. He was in the belly. Yeah, he was,
Okay, cool,
He made dua inside and all that good stuff. Yes.
Back to my introduction.
But never. Amoo Jeremiah returning, and if you notice, no Amoo that you hate, that you love to hate.
Man, it's so quiet.
He is out of the town, out on the town, out of the town. Amoo Yusuf, inshallah, Allah has made, granted that he made his journey out of town. It was safe. May Allah make his sojourn safe. And may Allah Ta'ala make his return to us safe so you can continue to hate him. Ameen. Okay. I said hate him. Y'all said Ameen. So, anyway, we have some yani. We have some yani today. Subhanallah. But anyway, let's jump right to it. How do we do the? Let me see.
The disclosure.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I have to recite again the disclaimer. You know why? Because
You didn't
after,
record.
I supposed to just make a meme, but I didn't do it.
Okay.
So I was kind of hurt that Yusuf wasn't here, and so
Yeah.
things kind of go awry. But anyway, we at Amoo This is the disclaimer.
Yeah.
We at Amoo the podcast. That's not the way it starts.
Yeah. It's at
Amoo the podcast is based on Islam.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Our intention is to be correct, although we may not always be right. Others may differ in concept, but these are ours. Yes. Okay. So anyway, if I can't figure this thing out, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say if I can't figure this out, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just say I'm gonna just say stuff. Nah, I can't do that.
Sound bites.
I got it right
Yeah,
here.
you want sound bites?
I got it right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did it say it?
No, that was.
Oh, it didn't. Random. There you go.
There you
Random.
go. Okay, alhamdulillah.
Random is what's the random?
What'd you do today?
Okay, random is this. Okay, you got two kinds of mushriks. This is the Christmas special. So y'all, hey, woohoo. Anyway, so they got two kinds of mushriks celebrating today.
Okay.
Or the day before this day. Some opened their presents yesterday, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So
Some people start
the
partying.
the act of gift giving is not shirk, but Muhammad say innamal amilu biniyah. That every action is judged by the intention, and those actions are acts of ibadat. Because the example he gave was about the hijrah. The hijrah is an act of ibadat. It wasn't a trip. It wasn't a relocation or moving, so on and so forth. It was actually an order from Allah Ta'ala. A man was not intending to make hijrah, and the woman that he intended to marry said, I am making the hijrah, and if you do not make a hijrah with me, you will not marry me. Or you not make the hijrah as well, you not marry me. So he made the hijrah for that, and he became mocked as the muhajir for Qais. He became the muhajir for her, basically. So he got a bad nickname for the rest of his life because of his muddy intentions, put it like that. His intentions did not have ikhlas or purity.
So he made the hijrah to marry this woman.
Oh yeah, that was his whole purpose. Because he did not intend to make hijrah. So Muhammad said, "Innama amalu biniyah," that actions are but by the intention. Whoever made hijrah for Allah and His Messenger, that was the purpose of that. That was the intention behind the intention. The intention behind the hijrah. He said, whoever made hijrah for some worldly gain or to marry a woman, that was the purpose of their hijrah. So Islam didn't allow us to play with things like that. So anyway,
No doubt.
you got two kinds of mushrik. So the gift giving is not a bad thing. But if you're gift giving because you think Allah Ta'ala has a son, or you think that his son was born on this day, or you worship the Roman sun god.
Or you wrap it in Christmas wrapping paper.
Well, I mean, you should do that anyway because the shirt caricatures and things like that. Yeah. But nevertheless, the two kinds of mushriks randomly that I saw the ones that keep the shirkish tradition alive at a bare minimum, meaning they just put a tree at the window.
Yeah, a little fern.
You see the lights, tree at the window, right? Yeah. Okay. Then you have the ones that they're like flaming drag queen type Christmas mushriks.
Oh, in your face, yeah.
They got the lights outside. They got people that pay companies like $2,000-$3,000 or more. Sometimes I heard, and they'll come and put all the lights on your house, and you pick from a brochure. And at the end of Christmas, they'll come and take the lights down. It's their lights, you know. And they got companies that'll come and put your lights up, you know, and stuff like that. So people are making, money hand over fist, as they say, when it comes to the shirt. So minimally, you got the mushriks that just keep it alive, got a tree in the window. You know, I'm just trying to go to a little bit of hell. And then you got the ones that like, man, put me in the bottom of the hellfire. I want to be next door to the hypocrites, you know. So anyway. So it's kind of crazy, man. So that's my rant. That's one thing I noticed, you know. That's one thing I noticed. So. Anyway, anybody got anything else?
Yeah, just to touch on that, it's just really rampant. They kind of just force it down your throats. Like I was at work, and they gave everybody like these like Raising Cane's ornament, Christmas ornaments. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like with the whole design, and I was just like, I mean, I just left it there. You know what I mean? I was like, it's cool, but it's like they preach diversity and inclusivity and all this stuff. Is inclusivity a word? Inclusiveness. Yeah, inclusivity. And all that stuff. But in actuality, it's not being practiced, you know?
Well, no, it's actually their way or the highway.
Yeah.
Not just that. I want to say this, too. There is not many people who consider Christmas a religious holiday from a worship point of view.
The atheists celebrate Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
And the agnostic Jews celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
Not the Jews for Jesus. Just the agnostic Jews.
I know Hindus
that don't believe in God.
Like,
Hindus
Christians
celebrate
are
Christmas.
mad.
Yeah, of course.
You know, Christians are mad at that. Some Christians are mad. Like you'll see posters like, "Oh, Christmas is supposed to be to celebrate Jesus."
Put the Christ in Christmas, right?
But it's like, Christmas, the holiday itself, is a pagan holiday. Derives from a pagan holiday. It's not even
Odin.
A Hindu asked me yesterday. He said, "Daka, are you going to
bruh?
What's wrong with you, man?" That's what he said. He said, "Daka Diwali."
You gotta do that when I take a drink of water.
He said, "Daka dati Diwali. Are you going to celebrate the Christmas?" Siddiq. And I said,
So you know.
I said, "Man, I'm Muslim." He said, "Oh, I don't know dati Diwali."
Bruh.
No, that's what he said though.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't understand a lot of what he said, but you know, I get like bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I know Dati.
He's not Muslim.
I know Dati Durkar. I know Diwali, and I'll leave it there.
And anyway,
Patrice O'Neill said, "Double day, double
day."
He said, "Who else get tired of the Hindu obstacle course at the airport?"
But you got to do your head like this too.
He said that. He said, who else tired of the Hindu obstacle course at the airport? He said, they be like, double day, passport, double day.
That's funny, man.
He said, but we can't. He said, we can't get rid of all the double day dudes because he call them double day dudes.
That's crazy.
Man, I'm gonna get out for this, man, for something jump off, man. I'm being in trouble.
Yeah.
What's poppin'?
What's poppin' is the topic.
Okay.
Topic.
No compulsion in the DEEN.
Yes.
A Christmas special.
Wish we had a little snow falling down.
Snowflakes.
See if Amoo Yusuf here, we have effects and things like that. Yeah. So anyway, no compulsion in the DEEN. A Christmas special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to handle this?
No. Ad-libbing, you know. You take the floor on the introduction, no doubt.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, is some Muslims
so from the time of me first studying Ahmed Didat, rahimallah, you know, that Yahamuk, he was Allah Yahamuk, he was in 1991. I first studied from him, and he
was still alive, right?
Then he was, and he had what was that? He had he was talking about, like, if there was a golden rule, you know, some kuffar Christians, whether they say, do unto others that you would have them do unto you, but amazingly, they don't want you raping their people, stealing their resources, and but they say do unto others. Like, I never understood. So that's their golden rule, although they don't abide by it, right? You know. So Ahmed Didat, if I remember correctly, he had said that if we had a golden rule, ours will be like a half DEEN. You know, there's no compulsion. There's no compulsion in the DEEN. You know, so because of that, if that was indeed our golden rule, is because it deals with the essence of Islam itself, the aqidah. Now the aqidah is what? It's the from the knot that ties heart. So if I believe La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and you believe it, now our hearts are tied through that conviction. Okay. Now it's also the knot that never unravels. So it's the knot for ourselves. It would never unravel. There's a certainty there, yaqeen, and then it ties your heart to the other people that have that. SubhanAllah. See, now what happens when you got? I'm saying La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and you're saying it too. But when Christmas comes around, you're saying Happy Holidays, Merry. I mean, astaghfirullah. Then what does that do? What does that do to that relationship?
That's untying a knot there.
It's cut. Yeah. You're cut. You're severing. So you're doing this. Yeah. You're doing serrated actions. If you use a knife scenario, right? You're doing serrated actions
every time,
and you're cutting on the knot.
Yeah.
So therefore, now the knot's becoming loose. The knot that ties our hearts becoming frayed.
Yeah.
Right. And then we don't have the closeness that we should have, and neither should a believer have closeness to a believer that violates the very DEEN that we are taught to propagate, promulgate, and uphold.
Promulgate
right?
meaning?
I don't know what promulgate means. Look. It's a big word, and you shouldn't put me on the spot like that.
Hold up. Let's see.
So
he's gonna Google promulgate.
We gotta fact check this.
Because we use it in real estate. We use promulgated form.
Look, man. First of all, we're not playing Scrabble, so
to promote or to make widely known.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
hey, that fits.
I told you I heard it. I heard it, and it was in the rhythm. See, I learned by rhythm because I'm not very intelligent.
So whatever, man.
I learned by rhythm.
No, I have a quick question. So
go ahead.
You said you're talking about how aqidah, it's the knot that cannot be untied.
And it never unravels.
It never
unravels, and it ties hearts.
It ties us together.
Yeah.
Does you know how people speak about the rope of Allah? Does that kind of correlate with that idea? Like,
what exactly what the ulama say about wa'tasimu bihablillahi jami'an wa la tafarraqu. It says, and hold tight to the rope of Allah Ta'ala and don't be divided amongst yourselves as sects, differing in aqidah. The firqa differ in the belief.
Yeah.
The firqa are not, arms to the side, arms up, arms at the chest, arms at the shoulders, like the Africans, arms to the one side, or arms down by the navel, or arms down by the crotch, right hand over left, down by the crotch. That's not firqa. Though those are not those differing making sects.
Yeah.
So those are understanding of postures of salat,
which is okay.
Well, it's okay if they have an evidence for it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with that because that's wiping the nose of the sinus person, of the person with sinus. That doesn't get rid of the sinus. That's wiping the nose.
Okay.
If we all prayed like I do, right hand on left forearm here, right? If we all prayed like that, it would not unite us any closer than believing in La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah and acting on it. Yeah. Because right now we all say we believe in it.
Right.
I know Kafirs that say they believe Allah is God and Muhammad is his messenger.
Yeah.
I know Kafirs that say it. Yeah. My brother's one.
My brother too.
Yeah. They say it, but they won't profess, because professing is what. Now they automatically know actions are following. Our actions are the following.
It's a responsibility that follows that. Yeah.
So lack of the Deen, there's no compulsion. And the Deen is a cardinal rule. It's a Quranic part of a Quranic ayat, right? And this within itself is like Ahmadiyyat Rahmatullahi alayhi said, that it would be a golden rule for us, because Aqidah itself is something that you are to be informed of, convinced of,
intellectually
convinced. And then what?
And act upon
those
concepts.
Which is shahada, and then the actions that come from that, right? Yeah. So anyway, now let's back off of that real quick, okay? A gun to the head. Say there's no God, Allah Muhammad is his messenger. That's not a witnessing. You witnessed a gun to your head.
Yeah,
I'm saying. So you're not even in the mode
There's
of
no change
belief.
of thought there.
You're in survival now. Fight, flight, or khud'ah, a deception. Some say hypocrisy, right? But it's not the nifaq out of Islam. It's the nifaq that you practice until you get an upper hand, then you crack the head to the white meat, right?
Yeah.
So I like to say khud'ah because nifaq is really a harsh term. Okay. So you got fight, flight, or khud'ah. Fight, flight, or deception, right? So this is what we're dealing with. Right. So a gun to the head, say Allah is God, Muhammad is messenger. That's not a shahada. One person more knowledgeable than me made a joke. It's a good Islamic joke if you ever want to use it. He said that the Muslim subdued the kafir to the ground, put a sword to his head or to his neck, and said, "Be a Muslim." And the kafir said, "Okay, whatever you say, I'll be a Muslim. But how do I become Muslim?" No, you say, "What is a Muslim?" And the Muslim said, "I don't know."
Wow.
Yeah.
See,
it makes sense because he's compulsive.
Some say this was the state of Turkey at one time. That the Mujahideen was so successful, they let off of the actual study of the Deen. So now they're out just conquering, right? Right. And the essence of the Deen, as far as its belief and its practice and its proper etiquettes, got lost. And this is what I heard. Yeah. That's what I heard. Okay. So, but we can understand that Muslims don't understand their own Deen. I know a brother that we were in the comments on Facebook, and he didn't even understand the Deen. They had two pictures. One of that Muhammad Salah, you know what I'm saying, and that's shaking the Muslim head, and it's another one called Khalid, DJ Khalid, Kobe Wilson, right? Yeah. We'll talk about that later. But what happened is that they had some Christmas stuff going on, right? A holiday stuff going on, and the brother was like, "Oh, brother, you don't know their intentions, and you should hide their faults." And guess what else he said? That's strike one, strike two, strike three. He said he might be more Muslim than you.
How can you hide what's public? What they publicly
exactly.
And then also,
point one, intentions don't matter when you're doing shirk. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Number two, they're doing it publicly. How do I hide publicly what you're not ashamed of? Yeah. Why put the onus on me? And the onus, you can look that up too. I got that in rhythm. Onus. Why put the onus on me to hide your fault that you're not ashamed of?
Yeah.
That you put out publicly. Right. Okay. And then the last one is what? The last one was he said they may be better Muslim than you. I said a mushrik is not a better than a non-mushrik. Yeah. They're not. Okay. Right. And a Muslim is the only non-mushrik. Right. Even Christians and Jews are mushrikun. Because they practice shirk, they practice shirk, So anyway, but they are from the Utul Kitab of those that practice shirk, So anyway, that's another subject. But nevertheless,
the people of the book that practice shirk.
those that were given the book, practice shirk.
Okay, those are.
So Allah says in the Quran, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahim, la ikraha fid din." Right? There's no compulsion in the Deen. قَدْ تَبَيْنَ رُشْدُ مِنَ الْغَيِّ. That guidance, the correct way is clear from its error. The correct way is clear from its error, okay, or from the error. فَمَنْ يَكْفِرُوا بالطاغوت. Okay, now listen to this. فمن يكفر excuse me. فمن يكفر. I don't know why I do that with Arabic, man. I would just try to go off of memory, and I won't even read it, and I'll be destroying it, right? فمن يكفر بالطاغوت. Whoever rejects taghut. Now, what is taghut? Taghut basically is every kind of evil. It can be shaitan himself, an evil ruler that does not rule by Islam, anything non-Islamic.
Even the worship of other gods.
Yeah, of course. Taghut covers all of that. So tagha is the tagha is the top, the umbrella that covers, that shades all of what is non-Islam.
Okay.
Anti, non, and evil according to Islam. وَيُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. Okay, so whoever rejects Taghut and believes in Allah Ta'ala. Okay? Whoever rejects Taghut and believe in Allah Ta'ala. Right? فَقَدْ اسْتَمْسَكَ. Right? بِأُرْوَةِ الْأُثْقَى. Wuthqa, excuse me. And it says, لَنْفِسَامَ لَهَا وَاللَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. So it's let there be no compulsion in the deen again. Yeah. And some translate it in the faith. Okay. Deen, religion is not a good translation for deen. No. Yeah. Because religion is so, like I say, it's personal. It's not as dynamic as deen would be. But here they say no compulsion in faith. Faith can also be misconstrued English. So I like to say, let there be no compulsion in deen, and let them deal with deen. Okay. Yeah. The correct way has become distinct from the erroneous. Now, whoever rejects taghut, it basically call it the shaitan right here, and believes in Allah, remember, you can't just reject taghut and then don't believe in Allah Ta'ala. You have to reject taghut and believe in Allah Ta'ala. And believing in Allah Ta'ala is not you believe in a dark corner somewhere. Believing in Allah Ta'ala is professing that belief and acting. Believing in Allah Ta'ala is following His Messenger Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. All of that is within believing in Allah Ta'ala. So just like what Sheikh Yusuf Estes, you know Sheikh Yusuf, Sheikh Yusuf Estes, I use this example all the time because I love it so much. It's so funny. Real good humor. Yeah, he's funny. A sister said, he said, sister, why aren't you covered? Why don't you wear the khimar? She said, my hijab is on my heart. Yeah. He said, okay, whatever's on your heart, put it on your head. You know,
he's hilarious, man.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what needs to happen. Yeah. That's belief in Allah. Yeah. Belief in Allah is not saying I'm a practice of religion and you will never see my belief in Allah. That's what religion does. You don't see belief in Allah through religion.
That's secularism for you.
Yeah, exactly. You put Allah in a corner. I'm not gonna cover. I'm not gonna do this like that. But then this is manosphere stuff that is consistent with Islam. You tell your Muslim wife, look, don't wear leggings with a long shirt because you're showing off your legs. The shape of your legs is haram. Your neck is out. Don't wear the Erica Badu. She's kafir and you look like a kafir. Don't wear it backwards. Don't have your ears out. I don't care how much them earrings cost, so on and so forth. Yeah. So again, Yusuf says it's a love couch. so anyway, you say all of these things, right? Yeah. And the Muslim sister will sometimes snap back at you. Man, you make the deen hard and there's no compulsion, and we'll talk about that too. This is what you hear, right? Yeah. Okay, but guess what? She goes to work. Mm-hmm. McDonald's say, wear this. Yep. She never complain.
No complaints, yeah.
McDonald's say, I need you here by a certain time.
Oh, yeah.
She's there.
It'll be early.
I need you to stay a little bit longer.
Yes, boss.
She'll stay longer. Why? Okay? I'm telling you. She goes to Hooters or Dooders. You know? Yeah. What's up, Yusuf? And they say, I know you Muslim, but you're going to wear these little bitty shorts. Mm-hmm. And you're going to put you
can wear your hijab. Wear the hijab and the little
you're going to put the badidis. Badidis got to be out. Yeah. And you can wear the khimar. Yeah. But I need it to throw it to the back so the badidis can show. Yeah. And I need these little bitty shorts on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And are you biological? So they're going to ask all these questions. At the end of the day, she going to do exactly what Hooters say. Mm-hmm. But the husband at home don't have that authority when Allah gave him that authority, but it has been stripped of us. Another subject, right? Yeah. So anyway, it says has firm rejects taghut. First of all, reject taghut, believe in Allah, and believe in Allah. Okay. Consistent and believes in Allah, has a firm grasp of the strongest ring, said the handhold or ring, okay, that never breaks, and Allah is all hearing, all knowing. I love this, Samir and Aline. Wow. I love this because they say Allah. They say the way to be a good to know things or to learn, you have to be a really good listener. So Allah Ta'ala says He hears all and He knows all.
SubhanAllah.
So if you want to know something, you have to listen.
Yeah.
Allah says He's all hearing, all knowing. I love these. They say these are attribute combinations.
Yeah.
That when Allah Ta'ala says He is Al-Hakim and Al-Jabbar. You know, He's Al-Hakim and He's what's another one? He's Al-Hakim and He's mighty, Aziz. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. So in one sheikh, he said that there are many rulers that were wise but didn't have power. Yeah. And there were many rulers that had power but weren't wise. Yeah. Allah is wise and He has power. I'm saying, yeah. You know, so those combinations, mashallah, I love them. Nevertheless, moving on. Now, this lack of the Hafid Deen, that there be no compulsion in the Deen, was revealed as far as the Asbab al-Nuzul, of the occasion for the revelation. What was it? Now, some among the Ansar, if they had this is a tafsir, Ibn Jarir recorded that Ibn Abbas said that when the Ansar women would not bear any children, that they would have like stillbirths and stuff like that, or they would have miscarriages. They say she would vow that if she gave birth to a child a live child, that child would be raised as a Jew, and they would give this tribe of Jew, Banu and Nadir, they would give the children to them. Now when Muhammad Sallam came, everybody didn't stick around. Oh,
this was before they accepted Islam.
The Ansar.
Yeah, the Ansar.
And I'm not even, see, the Ansar is a beloved term.
The helpers, right?
Yeah. These are helpers of people that had nothing.
Right. They took them in.
They gave half of what they had, which was not much.
Right.
But what they had was not much, and they gave half of that.
Right.
Okay. So now Muhammad Sallam is coming in. He's about to rule Medina. He's ruling Medina, right? And Banu and Nadir said, "We out of here." Okay. Tribe of Jews, they said, we're not sticking around for this, you know. So anyway, they evacuated, and some of the children of the Ansar were being raised among them. Okay. Right? So because why? The child was born. And the Jews had a lot of superstitions. The Ansar had superstitions by what the cock eyes and the squinting their eye and all this kind of stuff. They had all kind of superstitions, and the Jews would play into that. So now, you have a live child, so I'm gonna let it be raised with the Jews. Oh, well, the Jews are leaving. Prophet, I'm not gonna abandon my child. Muhammad said, "La ilaha illallah, go, go." I'm saying, so this is part of the Asbab al-Nuzul, not to be too long-winded. I want to get into the deeper topic that is more interesting, inshallah ta'ala. Now, application. How do we apply la ilaha illallah? How do we apply no compulsion in the Deen? How does it apply? Or how do we apply it?
To ourselves or to others?
Well, to the kuffar.
First
to the kuffar. How do we apply it?
Well, obviously, we can't force them to take the shahadas in any way, right? So we can't give dawah in a way in which is misleading them or is pressuring them. Into accepting.
So you see deception as part of compulsion.
I see it. Deception as part of compulsion. Absolutely.
I would concur, and that's another word I got in rhythm. I don't know what it means.
Concur.
So anyway, yeah. So I would say deception. Deception is part of compulsion. Mm-hmm. Hey, come into my house. You know what I'm saying, come into my house. What's going on in there? Man, I got this big bag of money. I want to give it to you, but I can't carry it. I need you to help me carry it. I'll take it to your vehicle with you. As soon as they go in the house, never see them again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Part of that deception, like you wanted the money, the intent was to get money.
Yeah.
Somebody's giving you money. Okay, I'll get that money, but then there was deception there, so you obviously didn't get the money. You got something else.
Yeah.
Maybe a double. But anyway, so yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Deception is part of compulsion.
Okay. And then, what about force, like actual physical force?
Yeah, but that's the literal.
Yeah.
That's the literal. What do the kuffar do? They want information, or they want you to do certain things that are outside your deen. What do? They did it to Abu Toba. You know what I'm saying? So they want you to do certain things. What do? They go after your most beloved family members, beloved ones. You know, and they use that, or they. I mean, they're threatening to take money, property. Muslims, we good with that. We don't. You can have all this dunya, man. We don't care about this. But then the other dunya that you care about, which is your family, and your children, so on and so forth, they tend to go after that. Really dirty people, man. Yeah. Dirty people. You know. So they have no good in them. Not one of them are good. They have no good in them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know. So, but anyway, with this being said, literally forcing someone to become Muslim. The first condition of Shahada, of those that list the conditions of the 7, first one is ilm, knowledge, right? So how do you force a knowledge upon a person? Let's say you drive by in an unmarked van, throw a sheet over them, throw them in the back, duct tape them up, put a gun to their head and say, read this book. Yeah. Listen to this lecture. Listen to me talking. You better not blink. Looking at you. Concepts, all of a sudden, you take Shahada. They take Shahada, and you drive back by where you pick them up and roll them out the van. Yeah.
And he's in a throw this time.
Yeah. In a throw, and then you put a notch on the wall of the van. Another Muslim.
Yeah.
Dude, you finna go to jail first of all, because he gonna call the police. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it works. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
You can't force knowledge upon a person, because knowledge is the factor. Mm-hmm. Allah guides. You have tawfiq, meaning that it seemed like no really human intervention, something seemed like outside of yourself pushed you toward this deen. Me myself, I could say there was some dawah, not so-called dawah, irshad, some type of human intervention. But the tawfiq aspect was there, because the first Muslim I came across was not really a good Muslim.
Yeah, me too.
And then after him, he used to be nation. Yeah. And then he started following Waratuddin Muhammad. So he wasn't too far from the nation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then after him, when I actually took Shahada, was a Shia. A Shia Sufi, so the worst of both worlds. It was and I'm not saying about the Shia. I'm saying that he was a goofy Sufi. So anyway, so I was learning from him and stuff like that, but he was giving me books, So this is my, transition. Yeah. Until becoming Muslim, so on and so forth. So anyway, that being said, if I was just take the influence of the first Muslim brother I met when I was really, really young, like 11, 12, whatever, I would really not be attracted to Islam except there was something bigger than that person. Yeah. Because he smoked weed. I never seen him cheat on his wife, but from the language, possibly, stuff like that.
Muslim by name only, basically.
Well, not necessarily. But if you go from the nation to the Waratuddin followers, man, you really don't have a lot of. You don't have a fountain really to drink from that's pure. So you're still going to keep some of that lead-based Detroit water in you. You know what I'm saying? You have some of that lead-based Detroit drink. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't have that.
I don't know a lot about it.
It's
you see, what color am I?
He said, Amir Jeremiah, say something.
I don't know a lot.
But so when it comes to compulsion, right? Man, I forgot my.
Your train of thought.
Well, we're talking about how do you apply no compulsion in the deen in relation to the kuffar? In relation to the kuffar. Well, I think he kind of covered it. Don't deceive really them, and don't try to force them.
Yeah, and just
the other part,
stick to the sunnah when it comes to dawah.
If I went to kuffar and I'm giving them dawah, and my whole thing is, hey, well, guess what? You get to marry 4 women, and I'm talking about these low-hanging fruits, these little bits of it, instead of the actual aqidah, I think that's an issue as well. I don't want to say it's not deception.
It's not deception.
It's not deception, and it's not
just-
force, but it's
It's not quality. Like
it's not- there's not
Dawa.
quality
I don't
there,
think it's
yeah.
quality because that was where you're saying.
Well,
that
I
was
think
more than
a
just
lot of the Dawa, this quote unquote Dawa today is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's all the benefits
Yeah.
of it without the understanding, the actual core understanding.
So let's go back. The knot that ties hearts, the Aqidah, the knot that ties hearts. How is a knot tied to a person that was deceived into Islam?
It's a loose knot.
She was told, "You take shahada, I'm gonna get you a husband."
Yeah,
And then 3 months later, she's still not married.
yeah.
Nobody want to marry her.
She's attached to
You know,
That noose is
and
not as loose.
For 4 months, she's still not married. Okay. No guarantee nobody want to marry you. I'm saying because, maybe they don't see signs of DEEN with you yet. I'm saying, So anyway,
That's a good point.
Another one, you force her. I'm saying, I actually real life girl knocked on me and my wife's door. Me and my first wife. That was like 20 wives ago. Anyway, me and my first wife knocked on the door. Sir, please let me in. I've been raped. I said, this is a setup. Grab the 38. It's a revolver, so it ain't gonna jam. I'm saying, grab the 38 special. Open up the door. It was a girl, scantily clad, whatever.
Oh.
Get her something. Covered her up. We took her to her mom's spot. I'm saying, to her parents' spot, basically. I'm saying, anyway, she on the bus trying to be cool, trying to be hip. Ain't from outside of town. And the dudes on the bus like, yeah, we're gonna go to this after party. Okay, and she followed them down the alley, and they had their way with her. You know what I'm saying, and just and a lot you can do when a person and why watching me some sisters. She didn't deserve this. Wa alaikum salam, Jawad and Jawad. Oh no, that's George. It's not Jawad. I thought it was Jawad. Yes. George Enrique Gonzalez. Yeah. So I know how to say Gonzalez. Anyway, and wa alaikum salam, Abdullah ibn Gregory. But nevertheless, yeah. So with that being said, desperation. Let me in. Yeah. Take shahada. Repeat after me. I bet with his There's no God. I swear in that alley there was no God. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so in that intense situation, how do you get a shahada out of that? And when she takes shahada behind the door, once I open it up, how high is our hearts tied?
Yeah. There's no connection.
There's no connection. Yeah. So anyway, the smooth way of shahada, the smooth way of belief, that is exactly what Islam dictates and calls for. But nevertheless, okay, let's talk about the application toward the kuffar. Don't deceive them. Don't force them. Right?
Mm-hmm. No.
Okay. Yeah. What about the misapplication that Muslims are using this lack of the hafid-deen? What about the misapplication?
I'm not familiar with the misapplication of it. So subhanAllah. So like certain groups out here, who there's a certain agenda. A lot of especially after 9/11, the media, they use compulsion as like a negative point of Islam to bring down the narrative of Islam. So they'll say like, Islam was spread by the sword, this and that. So if that were the case, that would be a mishap of.
Much of the legislation was spread by the sword, but the Mujahideen and the Amir didn't care whether they became Muslim or not.
Exactly.
Because just like they said, if you're going to scare Muslims and scare the kuffar and say, hey, the Muslims are going to kill you if you don't become Muslim, they're going to force you to become Muslim. If you're going to scare them with that, with the jihad and all this scary talk, right? Then what is jizya?
Yeah, exactly.
And why is jizya less than zakat? Mm-hmm. Shouldn't jizya be like America, 40% of your income? Of your income, not of your wealth. 40% of your income. You know what I'm saying? Islam, 2.5% of your wealth, your accumulated wealth. Not of your income. Because if I'm living month to month,
right?
How dare you take a dime from me?
Yeah, because
how dare you?
It's already gone.
Islamically, if I'm living month to month, I don't even pay zakat. I qualify to receive it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so again, so with the jihad scare tactics, like you said, after 9/11, so on and so forth, people say, "What forced me to become Muslim?" Man, let me read this Quran. Let me talk to him. Let me talk to my Muslim neighbor.
Yep.
and stuff like that. And they became Muslim, a lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, the whole point is that the jizya contradicts your scary jihad talk.
Yeah.
Jihad is to spread the justice. And yes, a lot of times justice has to be spread with the sword. Now, these people talking about jihad, Islam was, not the belief was never spread by a sword.
That's where they
Not the belief was never spread by the sword. But check this out. Look at it this way. We live in America, man. What are y'all doing? What are y'all talking about?
Facts.
Everything here is spread by the sword. From your Christianity, you will starve them out, smoke them out, rape them out, just for them to become Christian. That's exactly what's happening around the world.
Yeah. To this day.
These people handing out food and blankets and clothes, getting sexual favors. They've been caught too many times. Christian ministries, Red Cross, all of them. They've been caught too many times. Oh, there's just one bad apple.
No. The whole tree
Bruh.
is rotten.
Anytime you're handing out Bibles and food, it's a problem. Because that's not what we did. We saw hungry, we fed. And a person that had to become Muslim. Or even give us a promise of becoming Muslim.
Right.
Because the feeding is where the blessings were. Them becoming Muslim, that's another avenue for blessing. But that's for them primarily. And then it reaches you.
Yeah.
It reaches you.
We getting selfish with the da'wah, I think a lot of da'is are out there trying to give da'wah and they're like, I want to get the shahada, like
there's another one, another notch.
Are we trying to change
another notch? Almost like the bachelor pad, put the notch on the headboard. It's almost like that.
And it's kind of like becomes transactional.
You know what that is, right?
What is that?
Because there's the belief that you get another shahada.
Yeah.
And that's their good deeds are going on your records.
Yeah.
And I can relax.
You know what they forget?
Bit.
You know what they forget though?
What's
not really relax.
No,
you know what they forget?
What?
The bad deeds too.
Yeah.
The bad deeds too.
It's true.
Now I'm not saying every time a new shahada does bad deeds, you get some of that.
No, it's like
I'm saying if you lie to them and say you don't have to cover, who you think those sins are gonna? Yes, on them. But guess what?
You introduced it to them.
They did it by mistake, or so on and so forth. Or you deceived them. How many so-called du'at are out there telling people they don't have to cover, they don't have to pray right now? Oh, Ramadan is next week. Don't worry about fasting right now, because they say, man, if I tell that person to fast, they might leave Islam. Do you make Muslims, young boy? Allah makes Muslims. You give dawah, and your dawah is trash anyway.
That's it,
I'm saying, but we give dawah. Allah makes Muslim. Guess what else? Dude said today, I've saved more souls than you've worn out soles of your shoes. Told his other brother that, right? I say, so you saving souls. I say, so after you give him shahada, do you kill him? It sounds like he's a serial shahada murderer.
Yeah.
Sound like a serial dawah.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan rasulullah.
Right across the neck, straight razor.
Straight to
Why'd you do it, Valley?
Astaghfirullah.
Anyway, so I mean, he say, I'm like, dude, who are you? Talking about, I've been Muslim longer than you and your siblings added. He ain't talking to me, talking about another brother. I had to get him though. I had to get him. I mean, dude say he's saving souls, and all this other kind of stuff. I say, dude, you so ignorant of Islam. It's amazing.
That's scary, bro.
And he just liked my comment and backed up.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, nice of him. So anyway, so that's the issue. Misapplication is what I have. Muslims shirking the dawah. Okay. Lacking a half a deen. There's no compulsion of the deen. So why would I give dawah? Muslims are doing that. Yeah. One brother, ex-brother, probably in prison for the rest of his life now. So he said that he's not gonna give his mom a shahada because he knows she gonna say no to the dawah, right? Not gonna give her not shahada dawah. He knows his mama gonna say no to the dawah.
Okay.
And he want her to go to Judgment Day not knowing about Islam.
Oh, ignorance is bliss.
She ended up having 2 kids that took shahada. Both of them rejected. I think the whole family's slow. But anyway, so she ended up having 2 kids that took shahada, male and female, son and daughter, both rejected. And he said he didn't want to give her dawah so she can go to Judgment. I never heard about Islam. I say, who do you think that sin is going to fall on? If Allah bypasses her because she never heard about Islam, who do you think that sin is going to touch? You think that sin is going to be in inertia, just in the air? Come on, man. Inertia is another rhythm word.
Yeah, that's a big word.
Yeah, that's a big word.
Inertia.
Big.
But-
I don't know what it means, but I know it's something about something.
I'm gonna name my daughter that.
Term.
I know it got something to do with movement. Yeah, movement, but not really moving. I don't know.
That's my daughter. I'm gonna name my daughter. How about a kid?
So you're married a black woman?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you got
Of course, only black women.
And she'll name your daughter Inertia, guaranteed. Inertia letter.
Yeah.
You gotta put a letter on it. La Ursha.
No, Ursha.
So anyway,
Yeah, I usually-
walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brother Atiba Alamin, and it is known. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Okay, so we're moving on. Oh, we're gonna talk about the Muslims shirking the dawah, not giving the dawah, saying that dawah is compulsion within itself. That means they don't know how to give dawah. They don't know what
Shirking
dawah
the
means.
Like you're saying, like shirk,
Shirking is like
a verb of like.
avoiding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, that's the actual English word, shirking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not like
I thought you were taking
Yeah.
shirk
Shirk,
into a
yeah,
verb.
Yeah.
Like,
So also Muslims shirking accountability based on lack of the half a deen. There's no compulsion in the deen. Shirking accountability, saying things like, again, my mom, won't be held accountable. Well, you will be held accountable.
Yeah.
I'm saying, okay, Muslims shirking obligations.
Yeah. You don't have to pray. You don't have to fast. Right.
Yeah, because there's no compulsion.
Right.
But guess what? This ayah was revealed about the kuffar, not about Muslims.
Right.
About the kuffar and not about Muslims. Now you say, well, this
That
is
doesn't
from the
make any
Asbab
sense.
al-Nuzul, this is from the Tafasir, this is from all of that.
Yeah.
Now, walaikum salam wa rahmatullah, brother Abdullah, Jeff Williams, brother Rashid, mashallah.
Mashallah.
So,
Salam.
the Hukum Taklifi destroys the Muslims that say there's no compulsion in religion, so therefore I can celebrate Christmas, I can do this, I can do that. I'm saying it destroys them. The Hukum Taklifi is what? These are the orders or the commands, right?
Okay.
That deal with actions. The commands that deal with actions. At the top of it, you have fard, obligatory.
Yeah.
If you do them, you're blessed. If you don't do them, you're in sin. Then we have haram.
Yeah.
Okay? If you do it, you're sinful. If you avoid it, you're blessed. Okay? I'm not going to go into makruh, mandub, mubahat. The mubah. I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to stay right with the haram in the fard. If there was no compulsion in the deen, why would Allah make certain actions obligatory for believers?
Yeah, that
Why?
wouldn't be relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was no compulsion in the deen, why would Allah make certain actions haram for believers? Other acts that kuffar can do freely,
Right.
because Muhammad SAW said there's no sin after kufr.
So basically, these people are utilizing this. There's no compulsion in the deen to say I don't have to act out the duties of a Muslim. I
Right.
can just say I'm Muslim. and
Wait, I don't have to invite anybody to Islam. You know,
I
If
don't
they
have
do
to
invite them,
pray.
I don't-
and I don't have to do certain things that,
Certain
you know,
things.
yeah.
They just it opens up the door of just in their mind being able to just pick and choose.
But that's they've already
Wow.
by denying those, they've stepped outside of Islam, out of the
Yeah.
boundaries of Islam.
Yeah, absolutely.
On that.
Yeah.
Well,
certain
anytime you say something's, I don't have to do
Right.
fard,
Right.
it's kufr.
Yeah.
If you say I don't, such and such is nothing wrong with such and such, that's haram. That's clearly haram.
Yeah.
That's why the term kufr buwa is really important when it comes to leadership.
Clear
Kufr.
kufr.
Clear kufr. That means there's no debate. It's not even a jamhur, not even a majority opinion that is kufr. It's like we know kufr when we see it.
Yeah.
You know, doing Saudi doing joint airstrikes with the Israeli army over
Yemen.
Yemen.
Yeah.
Bruh, how clear can you get?
No. Yeah, but I mean,
Subhanallah, bro.
but who's? No, Allah
Ya
forgive me.
Allah.
You're sitting there saying that that's a Muslim army with a Jewish army. No, that's not what it is.
No. It's like the rapper, Two Jews.
Yeah,
Instead of 2 Chains,
two Jews.
Yeah.
I got 2 Jews. And that's Kevin Gates Muhammad. So anyway, yeah. But anyway, so
That's a whole nother.
so the issue with the Hukum Taklifi, Allah is ordering us. It's the orders of responsibility dealing with actions. Allah is ordering us to do certain things obligatory. If we don't do them, then like for instance, salat. It takes you out of the fold of Islam if you don't make salat. Okay? So the issue is that I don't care if you're lazy, I don't care if this, that, if you don't pray, you're out of Islam. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But nevertheless, whatever opinion you accept, salat is fard.
Right.
Fasting Ramadan, fard, without the rukhsah. There's no rukhsah for salat. You have to pray. Even if you're paralyzed, you can only move your eyes.
Yeah.
You can lay down on your back or however and pray with your eyes. Salat must be made. You can imagine the positions of salat. And if you lose your mental faculty where you can't even imagine, then you're not obligated to pray.
Yeah. Well, what's the
You're in a
ayat?
vegetative state.
What's the ayat in the Quran? Allah says pray standing. If you cannot pray standing,
Lying on your side, sitting, so on and so forth. So there's no way that you there's no way that you will avoid the salat because it's obligatory in the same way with certain haram. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about pork and alcohol if you're starving or down of thirst. I don't want to hear about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, like, for instance, zina. Okay? Now, somebody put a gun to your head and say, make zina with me. You know, say, sure. Anyway, so, I mean, that's a life or death. It's an extreme circumstance, whatever. You know,
Right.
This is what we're dealing with.
Right.
But
No,
we're
that's
talking
when
about
you take the gun.
you didn't say the zina. You didn't
like
say
that, like that. Yeah.
no, check it out. You didn't say the zina was good or it was
No, that's
you didn't say it was lawful.
That's E-part.
Right.
Okay, because the zina is never lawful.
Absolutely, yeah.
So on and so forth. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
so the Muslims are misapplying it, and the Hukm Taklifi, the ayah was revealed for kuffar, and the Hukm Taklifi clearly shows you that Allah Ta'ala has ordered us to do and not to do.
but there are Muslims using it and applying it to themselves for their own reasons.
But then when Allah Ta'ala says, you know, Allah says that we're the best of people, right?
Right.
You know, raised out of mankind. Ukhrajat linnas. I'm saying, that we enjoin the ma'ruf and we forbid al-munkar. You know what I'm saying? So when you're enforcing right and forbidding wrong, and Allah has ordered you to do it, who after that can say don't enjoin right and don't forbid wrong? Who after that can?
Nobody.
After Allah ordered you.
Yeah.
Nobody.
So those Muslims that tell you don't correct such and such, just pray for them. Those are those people. Those people, they deny enjoining right or enforce. Enjoining is not actually a good word. Enforcing. Ya'maruna bil ma'ruf. To enforce, to command the right and to forbid the wrong. So Allah ordered you to do that, right?
Right.
And these people tell you, leave them alone.
Yeah.
You've already warned them. Leave them. I'm gonna warn them every time I see. Every time I see them doing something, I'm gonna say something. That you know why? Because that sin. If I see that sin, la talbisul haq bil batil. Do not cover the truth with falsehood. Don't put a libas or a garment over truth in order to, you know, allow falsehood to exist. You know, people that say, you see a naked sister, lower your gaze. I saw her. You know,
You are now responsible.
Allah Ta'ala says 4 witnesses to zina, right?
Right.
4 witnesses. Omar had 4 people accuse somebody of zina.
Right.
He said, "Did you see it?" Omar didn't say, "Did you lower your gaze?"
No.
Did you lower your gaze? Did you lower your gaze? He said, "Did the pen go into the inkwell?
Yeah.
Did it go in?
Yeah.
Did you see the Venus go into the badus?
Yeah.
Did you see it? You know, and that was what he wanted to know. He didn't say, "Did you lower your gaze? Did you lower your gaze?"
Right.
He didn't say that.
Yeah.
And that's the problem
That's
that we
irrelevant.
have. Sisters are saying we can be naked, or women saying we can be naked. You need to lower your gaze.
No.
That's not the command.
No.
The command is for you to cover yourself.
Yeah.
And if I want to peek through windows, you know, if I want to do the hidden Kappa cam in Walmart, all that type of stuff, that's what that is. To avert the eyes from what you're not forbidden for
Right.
what you're forbidden to see,
Right,
basically.
right.
Avert the eyes, avert the vision.
Yeah.
And that's what it's supposed to happen.
Right.
it does not excuse you not covering. Allah ordered you to cover.
Yeah, it's a backup basically. No.
There's no compulsion. No compulsion because your husband's weak. Anyway, boy, that says something about the dad too.
They're not
man.
ready for that that topic.
I was thinking about the day. I couldn't imagine my daughters saying, "Ain't no good Muslim men." I couldn't imagine my daughters saying, "Ain't no good men." I couldn't imagine that. Not me raising my daughters.
Right.
You know why? Because if I'm following the Sunnah of Rasul Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was keeping good company, that means that I know good men.
Facts.
I know good men who are raising good sons that can marry my daughters. You know.
Yeah.
I should already be in the company. Not every brother I know, every brother I keep company with might have a son qualified for that,
Absolutely.
right? But I should know good men raising good sons to marry my daughters.
Yeah. That sense of community.
And that would never come out of their mouth. When a woman says there's no good men, and we have how many billions of men in the world?
Yeah.
3 billion, 4 billion, whatever men in the world. Maybe 3 billion or more women than men, right? Generally.
Right now, yeah.
So if that is the fact, then you need to stop sleeping with 4 billion men. Stop sleeping with 3 billion men. You know, because you wrote all of us off. And I know for a fact I never touched you. You know what I'm saying? So you missed one. You know what I'm saying? You missed one. But nevertheless, I was just thinking about that concept. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's all twisted. But anyway, Brother Abdullah ibn Gregory said, isn't that no compulsion? Talk just ego, nafs? Yeah. It could be. It could be an aspect of ego and nafs, you know, the no compulsion. Basically trying to justify their evil. You know?
See,
Yeah.
he said, is dawah from words or actions better? Which one's better? Dawah from our actions, better dawah from our words?
Well, the dawah from words would actually be better.
Okay.
Because Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had the best character,
Right.
but yet he had to go and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His actions weren't enough.
And Allah's
Okay.
words are the best.
And he sent Mus'ab ibn Umair to Medina to give the da'wah there. Okay. And he went to talk. Okay. Because if he didn't go to talk, then, you know, the people would have never learned the deen. We learned the deen from the actual speech and not.
And the speech is it goes to understanding. Right?
Yeah, of course.
So-
Of course. Yeah. And a lot of times, now, individually, you have to talk. Okay,
Yeah.
having good. Like I said, the first Muslim I came across wasn't really a good Muslim. Really, wasn't really a good Muslim. If you look at good Muslim, wasn't a good Muslim.
In
okay?
actions.
In actions.
Right.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff that he said attracted me. Some of the stuff that he said made me want to look further into Islam. You know, so. But I think they go hand in hand. But if you ask me, I can give dawah over the phone. A person never met me, as far as character is concerned, and I can give an intelligible dawah. And that's another word I made up.
Yeah, intelligible?
Intelligible.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a good word.
I didn't make it up.
I was
But,
like, that's
but
a real
I
word.
got it in rhythm.
We
I got
white
it.
people use it all the
I
time.
don't know what it means. But anyway, so I can give them intelligible dawah over the phone. They never met me to know my character.
Yeah, and
that's why I give more credence and more weight to what? To the speech.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If the point of dawah was to like change people's concepts, you know, it's hard to do
Or
that.
check it out. Well, actions have something to do with it, but not just pure actions.
Yeah.
Or I could live in a glass house and walk around all day. Y'all want to be one of this? y'all want to be some of this?
Come see some of this dawah.
He used to say so many fancy words. Fachem.
Fachem.
You know what that is?
Coal.
Fachem.
Coal.
No.
What? Charcoal.
Fachem. Fancy.
Oh, fachem with the
Fachem,
ha.
yeah.
Oh.
Fachem.
What does that mean?
Fancy.
Oh.
He said so many fancy words, I say fachem.
Oh, okay.
Talking to me like that. So anyway, so what makes this a Christmas special? Not the red kufi. This is
Okay,
standard.
I was-
Okay.
yeah.
So
Put a little white ball on top of it here.
No.
no, we ain't doing that. So anyway, it would have to hang.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So anyway, in relation to today, which is Shirkmas, okay, for the kuffar, Muslims saying Happy Holidays, you know, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. They think they're slick. They say Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
Because that's secularizing it even more.
Happy what holiday?
Yeah.
Is it the Roman sun god or the fake son of God?
None of these days are holy.
Birthday? I mean, like, what is the holiday?
Yeah.
You know, holiday comes from holy day.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a day that the mushrikun hold sacred, the pagans hold sacred. So, if you're going to say Merry Christmas, we understand specifically that's this day.
Yeah.
Shirkmas, right?
Shirkmas.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you say Happy Holidays, you're encompassing all of them.
Yeah.
I'm saying the Jewish ones, the Diwali that passed not long ago, the Kwanzaa to come. Is the Kwanzaa coming, right?
Yes, tomorrow.
Okay.
Really?
You got Savior's Day,
Kwanzaa is really funny.
Savior's Day. You got all that trash. So when you say Happy Holidays,
Year's,
you are New Year. You're throwing all that out. You're throwing all that out. So don't think that because you say Happy Holidays, you can stay within the fold of Islam.
Oh yeah, you're going
Look,
further.
You're making takfir upon when you say Merry. Yeah, for real, exactly. Yeah.
You're adding on. To
You're making takfir upon yourself when you say Merry Christmas.
Yeah, we got to be careful.
You're making takfir. It's just like who was that guy, man? Man, this guy he talking about what you supposed to say when somebody say Merry Christmas. He said you supposed to say thank you.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
like,
where
no,
you get
why
that?
am I
Where you getting thank you
why
from?
am I grateful for this?
I tell them I don't celebrate. And that opens up dialogue for like, why don't you celebrate? Oh, well, it's a pagan holiday. I'm not a pagan.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it about giving gifts to the kids? I said, well, no, you said it's probably Jesus' birthday.
That's
when
been
actually it's not his
debunked.
birthday.
That's been debunked
There was a
for
Christmas
years.
way before Jesus, so it's not his birthday, but you all say it's his birthday. So what happened to that? Oh, well, now it's just about giving gifts to the kids. I say there's no way to give gifts to the kids without violating the sanctity of monotheism or, of the
Not practicing pagan holiday.
not
pagan
practicing
rituals.
pagan rituals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's part of the.
I just say nothing. So like,
Is there a rescue day? What's rescue? What are you talking about? What is he talking about? What's a rescue?
so
day?
many fancy words. Is there a
You said, what do you mean by rescue day?
Elaborate.
Tell us
Oh,
what-
elaborate. He's sneak elaborate there. You know what I'm saying? No,
Look over, just Amir's with a
we
dictionary.
don't know a lot of big words. He got it written on his hand. He said, elaborate.
L.
So anyways, so when a Muslim says Merry Christmas, we say, oh man, that's terrible. Say Happy Holiday. I know they got certain, you call them sheikhs. I call them sheikhs because they have shaken baby syndrome. When they was a child, somebody said, now go to Islamic school. So they became a sheikh. They got sheikhs that say it's okay to say Happy Holidays. Just like the brother mentioned, you're encompassing all of the shirk. You're encompassing all of the shirk when you say Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas is specific shirk, which makes you a mushrik still. I confused you. Success. Is there a success day? Success day.
No, he's just saying he confused us. He just said it's a rescue day.
Oh, he's trying to.
I confused you.
Subhanallah. Anyway.
Go to sleep,
Anyway. Yeah, go to sleep. In Egypt, wherever the hell you are. So anyway, now what does it mean when a Muslim says Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas? It's all the same. Just Christmas is more specific. Happy Holidays means you're like in a shirk orgy. So anyway, clear.
It's called a shorgy.
It means one. The shorgy. One. It means you're in clear agreement with their shirk and its basis.
Yeah.
When you say happy, that means you want them to enjoy.
Yeah, you're acknowledging
You want them
it
to enjoy. Yeah.
and responsive
Celebrate.
to it. Yeah.
You want them to enjoy. You say happy holidays.
Yeah.
Merry. You're asking them or hoping. It's like a dua. You're making dua that they enjoy shirk.
It is a dua.
It's a dua.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's big. It's big.
It was okay. 2, Allah says, La yushriku fi hukmihi ahada. And he does not associate in his governance no one. Okay? So when Allah Ta'ala is ordering, sustaining, governing, okay, there's no one else in that. No one else in that. No one else that Allah Ta'ala needs to help him conduct these affairs. Okay? So when you agree with them that rabbits lay eggs, that Halloween evil souls visit the house and they demand candy or they'll kill you.
Cookies and milk.
Yeah.
Cookies and milk.
You agree that that the Creator has a son, astaghfirullah. You know, all of this is encompassed in Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas, again, specific shirk. Allah Ta'ala says that specific shirk of him having a son is if the mountains are ready to crumble, as if the sky ready to split and the earth to fall asunder. Yeah. I'm saying that the heavens to fall asunder, that what? That they would even say it. But you happy and you merry. That's what makes this a Christmas special. You all are special. See, you can't say retarded anymore. Retarded is a bad word. So I call you all special. You all are special. Special
Christmas
needs.
special.
You need your special butt whoop.
Yeah.
You need to go take another special shahada because the one you took don't work. It don't work.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were deceived into it
It's a lack of knowledge.
or you were forced into it. I don't think it's lack of knowledge.
No.
I think that from the shahada, the person that gave them, what did they tell you Islam was?
Yeah.
Honestly, as a convert myself, two things. There's one God and there's a messenger.
Okay.
And everything else is like you're on your own.
Yeah. And Christmas. There's one God, messenger, and Christmas.
And Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay. And Santa Claus.
You know?
I mean, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing. I don't know what's going on with these people, but we seeing a lot of it.
There's a Nasheed song or whatever.
Okay.
This guy he's singing what's the Christmas song?
Jingle bells. Noel.
I don't know which one is one of them.
Silent kufr, holy kufr.
Yeah.
He's saying La ilaha illallah to the melody of one of the
Yes, that's
Christmas song.
Man, look. First of all, full
It's
disclosure,
like Jingle Bells or something.
I don't like Nasheed.
I don't either.
I don't like Nasheed. You know why? Because I came from a Baptist church. Okay,
Yeah.
I came from a Baptist church, and that singing gets on my nerves. It irks my soul. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And when they do that stuff, it's Islamically. And I came into Islam. I was Muslim for years before I ever heard of Nasheed. Okay, and when I heard it, I'm like, man, that sounds too churchy.
Yeah. It
sounds too churchy for me, man.
It's not my. I don't like it either. Yeah.
Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, what was his reaction to when he would hear them praising him and singing about him?
But that's poetry, though.
It was different,
poetry,
man.
yeah.
It's not the Nasheed that we know.
Yeah, it sounded
true.
way different. I mean, even now, like you can still hear some Nasheed that is like more traditional. You know, it's just the style, I guess. But
It's better
I'm
to
not
avoid
fond of the style personally.
Yeah, because like I say, you go from the Sufi dhikr of Allahu, Allahu, Allah, 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 Allah. You know.
Yeah.
La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. There's nothing wrong with la ilaha illallah. But if you're doing it in order to
Enlighten yourself?
to enlighten or to just feel some euphoria. You know?
Yeah, like the head rush.
You deplete your brain of oxygen. You know, your breathing techniques are not proper. So what?
Yeah.
You start getting euphoric. You start hallucinating, and then you start seeing shapes.
Yeah,
you know, and stuff like that. Yeah, and you be like, wow, man, that was intense. You know.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's what we're dealing with. So he said that. He said, let's change the intro to Nasheed.
You gotta sing it.
He said, if Muslims understood the creed of Islam, they won't participate in these so-called holidays or holy days. But anyway, that's what we're dealing with. So
They got us in a daze. You know.
Oh, that's a bar. Yeah. That's a bar. Holidays got us in a daze.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is the issue within itself. So there's no compulsion. It does not free you to say Happy Holidays, which is worse than saying Merry Christmas, like we explained. It does not. It severs. It starts to serrade. You know, like it starts to rub that knot with a serrated edge. You know, and it starts to loosen and fray the knot that ties our hearts. I am not, and this is the thing about, you know, it's say one of the things most beloved by Allah, that you love someone purely for Allah's sake. Now, purely for Allah's sake Wouldn't Allah have something to do with the reason you love them?
Yeah.
It's the problem when people say, I'm a Muslim, you're supposed to love me for Allah's sake. Dude, I don't see no Muslim on you.
No.
I don't see no Muslim on you. I don't hear no Muslim from you.
Yeah.
I don't feel no Muslim from you. I hide my wallet every time you're around. You know?
Yeah.
So on and so forth.
Yep.
You know, I heard what you said about me, but you said it behind my back, so I appreciate the respect that you give me. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you wouldn't say it in my face for fear that, you know, I might get triggered. You know, and might get triggered and act niggered. You know? So anyway, so this is the whole point.
That's your head to the white.
Yes, so I'm saying, like, if our hearts are going to be tied, then that aqidah that tied our hearts has to be of significance for us.
Yeah.
It needs to mean something to you. It needs to mean something to me at the same time. And I love you solely for the sake of Allah. Meaning what? I don't love you because you drive the car I like. And I ride with you and the girls go, what's your name? When we at the stoplight. You know what I'm saying? That's not why. Or you got a lot of money and you always pay for the meal.
Yeah, that's
why I'm hanging with you, right? That's things that muddy the relationship. Okay? So you're in a relationship for ulterior motive.
You're buying their...
I love you purely for the sake of Allah Ta'ala, meaning that I see something of deen with you, of Allah's deen with you. That is where that love is. We have the same aqidah. We share that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or let's say you're not up to speed as far as knowledge of the deen. So I'm hanging with you in order to give you that dawah. I love you for Allah's sake. Why? Because you're seeking knowledge, which is the lost property of the believer. Okay? Which is an obligation. Some say ilm is an obligation of every believer to seek it, to seek the ilm, the knowledge.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the point that I'm making. So I know we go through it every year, and this one sister said this year, she said, oh man, they do it every year, just leave them alone. Who are you?
Wow.
You're not my Lord. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
How about you leave me alone, leaving them alone?
Yeah. Yeah.
You leave me alone, I'm going to continue.
Yeah, why are you
I'm going to
trying to have
continue
us give up
because
with
if I witness it, look, even the kuffar have a higher concept than a lot of these Muslims, man.
In terms of...
Look, check it out. A crime happens. The kuffar see you. Hey, come here. What did you see? Nothing. You can get in a lot of trouble, son.
Yeah.
A crime been committed, you become part and parcel of that crime. You are what would they call that? Hindering investigation. What they call that? Something like that.
I forget what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, something like hindering
you're
an investigation or
you're stopping it. Yeah.
Yeah. So tampering with evidence and whatever else, right? So
because they don't want to snitch, right?
well, I mean, you witness a crime, they expect you to.
Yeah.
And oh man, I got a topic we used to get back for. It's called defund the police.
Okay. Isn't that a NWA song?
No. It's called. You don't want to know that one. Now, anyway, so defund the police was a concept.
Funny, bro.
I don't know if Black Lives Matter started it or whatever, but defund the police is actually an Islamic concept.
Really?
Yeah, but I want to talk about it.
We'll
I want to talk about it. Okay.
You know what I was thinking about right now?
What's that?
You know, I'm not even gonna bring it. Okay, so
as a teaser.
Yeah, here we go. No. Here, I'm sitting there thinking about this. No. So you don't have like a business Facebook account, right?
Okay.
And I pay a company to automatically post. To post automatic things to my business Facebook. I don't even see them. I don't approve them or anything like that. It's just automatic stuff.
it, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they're posting holiday things to my business account, I'm responsible for that, right?
Wait.
Your business
These are
account,
posts.
is it a public forum?
Yeah,
Or
it's
personal for
Facebook.
you?
It's Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook business account. Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Will they say like, is it post as you or is
and
it an ad?
they're posting as me though,
Oh.
but it's on. I don't see
They're
it
posting as you?
as me.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would-
And if they put something on there that says Happy Holidays, as a Muslim, that's not acceptable, right?
Do you control that?
I can go in there and delete them off, but
No,
I don't
no,
have
no.
control over them posting it. No.
Okay.
I don't know what they're posting.
Did you give them access to
Yes.
post? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now their business account.
And it's, by the way, it's a robot that does it. It's not.
it's like
It's not a person.
algorithm.
Yeah, it's an
type
algorithm.
stuff.
Yeah.
Hold on. Robots posting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's a Kafir robot too.
Give dawah to the robot.
I'm trying to figure out like if it's a robot's posting,
I love confusing.
How you think you don't get sins from robots?
That's what I'm trying to figure out too.
No, but he's saying if someone sees the post, then maybe they're influenced.
Look, hold on. Because this is good. Okay.
As long as you're able to delete it,
Post,
you
yeah.
know, you can just delete it.
Man,
I just thought I'm sitting here thinking
I'm
about
confused.
it. And you know
I'm thinking
what?
about Will Smith and iRobot.
No, well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe good. I don't know.
I think his wife slept with one of them robots.
Really?
She slept with everybody else.
Oh,
Iron
I'd
Man.
be surprised.
Corey Holcomb said that Jada Pinkett Smith looked like Iron Man when she shaved her hair. She looked like Iron Man.
Yo, chill.
Iron Man head.
Jarvis.
Yeah. But if it's an automated generated
Yeah, it's
message,
automated,
that's not. It's the same with brother Baba Ali has started this half-hour DEEN or whatever he started. They were putting lesbian and other advertisements at the bottom of his it was a Facebook or the website or something. And these were advertisements that he couldn't control.
Okay.
Man,
He couldn't control
to push that.
Then I think later on they came out with, if you pay us this much money, we'll remove all that. You know what I'm saying? I think after
That's
a
like
while,
blackmail, man.
yeah. So that was their way of, and it seemed like they would go to the most Islamic thing and put the worst things.
Yeah, I remember using the Muslim Pro app or whatever. You see
Your
weird
house
stuff,
could be the gift
gambling.
that keeps giving this holiday season. And then you got the
Is that a
these are
advertisement?
These are advertisement for me.
But they're robot generated.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's not
they're
an
Facebook
issue.
ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you
It's
should
not
have used to run your ads.
I should, but man, have you looked? No,
Yeah, I mean he's not cheap. He's not. You're gonna get high
No,
quality.
he's not more expensive than these other ones though.
No, this is.
No, yeah.
I pay $50 a month for this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Well then,
So I mean, and that's nothing to Yusuf. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like.
Well, you'll never
you
miss a
getting
holiday
leads?
special.
Yeah, I never miss a holiday special.
you
Yusuf won't
getting
run
leads?
those for me. So.
So anyway,
we getting off.
I think that we
Shaking my Muslim head.
I think that we talked about the topic well enough, inshallah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there are any other questions, concerns, comments, correction, inshallah ta'ala, please have at it in the comments, or even now. What we want to do is make sure that we are correct, not necessarily right, so you can always offer corrections when it comes to that. But
Tafadhal.
yeah.
Further?
Tafadhal, yeah.
Tafadhal.
Anyway, so we're gonna move on.
Shaking my Muslim head.
Shaking my Muslim head. Okay, we had a shaking my Muslim head false alarm.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if it's false, but I was told that the Muslims are gonna go live. They're gonna have a prayer thing Friday, which passed yesterday. A prayer thing Friday. For the 3-year-old Afghani girl that came up missing here in San Antonio, and they have like a $75,000 reward. First started off $10,000, $75,000 now. $100,000 now.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. So I pray Allah brings the girl back safe and sound. I mean, you could think of the worst scenarios. I hope at least she's safe and unharmed, untouched, and that some insane fat person that can't have kids, try to kidnap, adopt.
We don't know.
See.
But look. There's a lot of mental illness going on, and people will take a child. But I'm gonna tell you what. Look,
It was a description for me, y'all. It's not the subject matter.
Yeah.
Description
I
of
just
the
want to
person
be
I
like,
got.
I'm gonna go there. You ready? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. Now,
unleash the Kraken.
America, actually. America used Afghanistan, the Taliban, and the Mujahideen from Jordan, Saudi, everywhere. They used the shuyukh to tell the youth to go fight, even from high school, to give Mother Russia her last blow.
Yep.
Okay, and left Stinger missiles with Taliban. Asked to buy them back for $1 million apiece. Taliban said, "We're not selling. We're keeping them. We're gonna establish an army." And that's where that came from. Still had diplomatic relations with them. Taliban was speaking in the universities here, Houston, Texas, everywhere. So I mean, Washington, New York. It was everywhere. So anyway, good relations. Even the American Taliban, John Walker Lynn said when the American planes flew over and started dropping bombs, they were shooting back. They said they thought that was any other country but America. They had such good relations. Saw Colin Powell, probably smelled him. You know what I'm saying? While he was, is he dead yet?
No, I think he's still alive.
He's still kicking.
Yeah, I'll be glad when the worms get him. That big black snake. But anyway, so the point is that Taliban had relations with America, so on and so forth, and America used Taliban to try to get the quote unquote warlords out of the mountains, so they can build that natural gas pipeline. And Taliban failed to do so. So America said, okay, I'm not saying that's the whole reason for 9/11, but 9/11, now Taliban's the enemy. Give us Osama bin Laden. Now we got our own courts. Y'all know that very well. You know what I'm saying? No, well, that means y'all part and parcel complicit. So, bam, we're going to fight you all. Okay, warlords, come out of the mountains as the Northern Alliance. Now you're on our side. Natural gas pipeline continues.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's the oldest Jedi mind trick move ever. So, La Yudago movement Juhde Maratain, the believers never stung twice from the same hole. Taliban been getting pumped in the same hole for like the longest. Okay.
This is even
So nevertheless, the land is war torn. Okay. Thanks to America. Okay. War torn. Now they're gonna bring over the refugees, right? Mm-hmm. With all these pedophile and predators over here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, what did the brochure say to this family that brought their 3-year-old daughter over here? What do you think the brochure said?
Probably something about us, land of the free and the safe and the what?
They saw the flag, palm trees,
white girl,
a white woman, with a thong, but no back parts. I mean, they saw a lot of different things, right? And they say, "Wow, this is the place to be," right? So they come over here. They leave a land that, despite the bombs, despite the shooting, despite the warlords, and despite Taliban and whatever else, right? The daughter was safe. Their child was safe. Nobody was going to touch their child. Nobody was going to kidnap their child. The child was safe. Taliban would turn that country upside down if somebody take a child.
Yep.
They would turn that country upside down if somebody take a child. Okay? They come to America through Catholic Charities or whatever, trash organization that brought them over, right?
Yeah.
They said their daughter was 40 feet from their front door at their apartment complex.
With other children.
With other children. The children don't know where the 3-year-old, man, I don't let my 3-year-old do nothing.
Yeah.
She be on my front porch. If my door not wide open, my door's open, she on the front, I got a front patio porch.
Yeah.
She on the front porch, if she goes to the left or right and I can't see her, I'm like, Adilla. I walk outside, I'm looking. Man, I'll lose my mind. Man. I'm telling you, I don't trust none of these people over here. But they brought them over here with that milk and honey talk.
Yeah, and they're used to operating a certain way back home.
Of course, there we go.
Exactly. So
the defenses were down. The parents said she was only 40 feet from my front door. This ain't Afghanistan, baby. This is America.
Yeah.
This is America.
They don't.
Your child is not safe here.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude about to lose all his fronts smiling at my child here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
there's no room.
You won't make that mistake twice.
Yeah.
I pray Allah Ta'ala delivers that child back to her parents. Man, it's I'm gonna tell you, look, take one of my kids, boy, it's gonna hey, ya Allah, bro, I'm telling you, I'm not right. I'm not right for it. I'm telling you, I'm wrong. I'm the wrong one. I'm the wrong one, okay? Just don't, okay? Don't. It don't mean I don't love that little Muslim sister child any less. I'm saying they getting all the ring doorbell footage, right? And they collecting all of that.
Yeah.
They collecting all the convenience store stuff. The apartment complex should have cameras themselves,
especially
on
the playground, especially on a gun.
Especially, ya Allah.
Was this
apartment complex?
Was it close to the masjid, close to Islamic Center?
They said Del Sol off of, I don't know. Brother said Fredericksburg. So I don't know.
I don't know where it was, but
anyway,
it's
not. I guess it's not too far from here. I guess. But anyway, the whole point is that They sold them a bill of goods. Come to America. Oh, it's so much better than Taliban, and and boy, I guarantee you,
America's always looking.
Look. Let's say they lived in a cave, and which is over America propaganda, right? Yeah. Let's say they lived in a cave in Taliban, in Afghanistan. Yeah. Let's say their child, the 3-year-old child, was playing with some more kids 40 feet in front of that cave. Guess what happened when they came out and said, I think her name is Khil, or whatever her name was, Khil, I forgot the little girl name. I think it's Khil, Khil, or whatever. Anyway, come inside, Habibati, come inside. She would have walked right into the cave. But here, you take your eye off your daughter for 1 second. Now I'm gonna tell you about these predators here. They know she's not from here.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. They know she's not from here. They knew that part of that apartment complex, they had more than one Afghanistan refugee in those apartment complex. They probably playing with other little kids. They pick one.
It wouldn't surprise me if they're still in that apartment complex.
Well, they say the police went door to door.
So what? Did they go inside?
Yeah, but they probably saw an American face and said, "Oh," saw a flag. "Oh no, you're good." It rubs the lotion on its skin,
Or else it gets the hose again.
Yeah, I mean, that's America. That's America. So I'm saying, like,
it's a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw the complete confusion on your face.
Say,
You're like, did they plan that?
I got some after that.
Okay.
Buffalo Bill me out. This beautiful character. Anyway, so I'm not being insensitive. I'm saying, like, man, look.
This is a learning experience for a community, especially.
Bruh,
we can't
learning. Yeah. How many other people's kids been taken?
And how many more?
Do you know how?
A lot of these people are not aware of that.
A lot of people don't understand how sensitive I am. Okay.
Yeah.
I go into a post office. Do you know I avoid looking at the damn wall, bro? I can't look at the wall.
It just breaks your heart.
I walk into Walmart?
Right there.
I can't look at the damn wall. I can't look at the wall, bro.
Yeah.
You say, well, look at the wall. You might be able to help somebody.
But what if you can't?
Certain things are governmental, man.
Yeah.
Certain things are governmental.
Yeah.
Puff Daddy, what do you call himself? Love Puffs now, Puffy Love,
I have no idea.
I love my puffy nibbles.
I cannot.
He called himself something now. Okay. Okay. Puff Daddy just bought. Well, Drake got like a $23 million watch, $11 million watch, some watch called or something. Anyway, Puff just gave away $1 million, a wasted of $2 million on a baby stroller. So I don't know what he did. Anyway, he so-called wasted the money, according to some Muslims that posted about it. Right? He could have fed so many starving people. Let me break it to you. It ain't Puff Daddy's job to feed starving people. No. It's the government's.
Yeah, absolutely.
Puff Daddy ain't got war money. They spend trillions upon trillions, multi-trillions to kill and to maim and to overturn governments for coup d'etat and all of that. That's what they do. Yeah. It's not Puff Daddy's job to feed starving people. If he wants to, if he wants to be philanthropic, another big word.
Yeah.
I got it in rhythm.
If
he wants to be philanthropic, then he can be that. He can be that.
Yeah.
But that's from his own volition. Yeah. Damn, another one back to back. I feel like Drake. I'm going back to back.
You're Professor
Sadiq.
Yeah.
Professor. Call me doctor now.
Dr. Sadiq.
There we go. I love it. Gynecologist. Anyway, so the point is this, that it's the government's job, man. Stop putting it on. Do you know? I'm gonna stop right here. If it wasn't for the NGOs, you know why they give nonprofit and tax breaks and things like that? Because the government is not going to do it. Right. And being an NGO nonprofit, you're saving the government so much money. They're not going to take care of their own people. There will be riots in the streets if all the NGOs and all the private organizations that feed and take care backed out.
Just a segue off of that.
It'll be riots in the streets.
It's kind of piggyback off of that. That's why celebrity culture is so bad, because you start to look at these celebrities as your saviors.
The solving, the problem solvers, the saviors.
Puff, you should be. Giannis, you should be. You got millions from the NBA. You should, this and that, and start putting these responsibilities on the people. Should we, as a society, be more concerned with helping the miskin more of that
as
would never
Muslims-
hurt. As
Muslims,
what I'm saying?
yes.
Like,
But you're talking about as a mankind society?
yeah. But then also those same people
What's the point?
want to see that happen so their problems are fixed. But in their day-to-day life, they're not out looking for people to help.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
What's the motivation? What's the drive there?
It's weird.
You know what I mean?
But nevertheless, back to the shaking Muslim head. I pray Allah that the person that took that child is caught.
Mm-hmm.
I pray Allah that the child is returned safe back to their parents.
Yeah.
And I pray to Allah Ta'ala that when that person gets locked up, that he is mutilated.
Yeah.
I mean,
I pray that you're mutilated, because if I'm in there for a traffic ticket and I see you, I'm gonna smash your head up against the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna paint the wall with your head blood.
Yeah.
If there's a such thing, is it head blood?
But they can be.
I think it's blood in the head. Yeah, I'm a finger paint. I'm a finger paint your head against a brick wall. Oh, believe me, I'll have a lot of time to do it. The jail guards will be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I know how they are. I know how they are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'll pull some connections. I'm telling you that I hope you're mutilated. You know what I'm saying? He said, Amir, we gotta raise your voice. Your voice sounds silent. Anyway, so you sound quiet. But anyway, the point is that beep. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you're mutilated. You know, and I mean, but I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. The person that took that child is also a victim.
Why?
Society, bro.
yeah.
You take
Think
100
about
frogs and release them into a dirty swamp, and then criticize the frogs for being dirty. This society needs to be purged. It needs to be clean, and only Islam can do it.
Yeah.
So
True.
for you pedos, you know, and you other weirdos, part of the alphabets, you know, we're shaking our Muslim head. But look, I guarantee you, you want SAPD to catch you, because if I see that little girl, and I see you, I'm gonna mutilate you. And Allah is my witness. I'm saying it right here live. I'm gonna mutilate you. I'm gonna mutilate you, and I'll stand in front of a jury and hope they be sympathetic. I'm saying, but I'm gonna mutilate you. I'm gonna take parts. I'll take parts. Yeah, you look like a special gourmet pizza. When you saw them little chunks. What are these? What is this? Shoulder bone?
Oh God.
Shoulder meat? Yeah, you're gonna get mutilated. Yeah, stomp your head out. Anyway, so that's it. That's it.
Solid, yeah.
Yeah, we did it.
Yep.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. High five.
Nice couch.
High five.
Yusuf.
That's kufr, brother. That's kufr. You can't do high five.
High five to Yusuf.
Anyway, high five. Yusuf.
Yeah.
Break the computer. Anyway,
Our producer
yeah.
from behind the scenes.
Our antagonist from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so thank you all for tuning in. Inshallah, if you like it, like it. If you don't like it, thumbs down.
Smash that dislike button.
Yeah, smash that dislike button. Anyway, so
Yeah, we want
share
you to
it,
hate this
share
content.
it, inshallah ta'ala. But yeah, this is our Christmas special for those of you that feeling nostalgic, you know, and you miss your Xmas.
Yeah.
Anyway, so again, happy holidays. It's worse than saying Merry Christmas, and
Yeah,
both of them are
just
sure to
cut it out.
Just
Cut it out.
snow.
Cut it out,
Just
cut it
snow.
out, cut it
No
out.
thank
cut it
yous.
out.
We
Now you gotta go like
appreciate
this,
it.
bring
No.
like this.
Clear it
This is
out.
Hollywood. Anyway. All right, this has been Amoo Jeremiah, Amoo Amir, and Amoo Yum Yum for Amoo Yum Yum the podcast. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.